Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm showing you everything that's been added, changed and fixed in Minecraft Snapshot 24w09a. So if you like Minecraft videos like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft update videos like this one in the future. Now, last week we did not get a snapshot, and that's why this week's snapshot is a little bit larger. There are quite a few technical changes, but there's also, for example, a completely new UI, which we'll get into in this video, along with changes to the Bogged, but also to, for example, wolf armor. So, many different things to go over. Let's see, and let's start with, for example, the Bogged. So this video is a live stream at the same time as well, which is why I don't have any editing in this, so all the mistakes will still be in here. Very nice. But let's start off with the Bogged. So that is this mob over here, was added in 24w07a 2 weeks ago. And it has an updated texture, as you can see there. Let's actually make it nighttime, so we can see this a little bit better. And let's give ourselves some night vision. So night vision. There we go. So if we go a bit further away so the wolves don't immediately attack it, this is what the Bogged now looks like. It is quite a bit different, especially those mushrooms are now way more prominent. You can see 2 brown mushrooms there and the massive red mushroom on the top of its head. That looks quite nice actually. I really like this change. And there's also a bit of a change to the texture of the skeleton itself, as you can see here. Completely new reworked texture, and there's also a new feature. Also, those wolves are going off. But because now you can shear the Bogged, and this will give you 2 mushrooms. As you can see, it removes the mushrooms from the Bogged mob, and it's always 2 mushrooms, but it can be 2 brown mushrooms or 2 red mushrooms or 1 brown and 1 red mushroom. That is all possible. So if we get another mob Bogged and shear this one, okay, let's try it again. See, this is why this is a live stream. Okay, there we go. 2 red mushrooms. I'm not crazy. Yeah, so that is also possible. 2 brown or 2 red mushrooms instead of 1 of each. And you can see that the model of the Bogged then also changes. And then it doesn't have the mushrooms anymore, which of course makes sense. But it does look even more creepy now. So those are the changes to the Bogged. Let's make it daytime again. And let's move on to another feature, which is the wind charge. So they've removed the randomness from the radius of both breeze and player shot wind charges. So if you shoot these wind charges, there's no longer randomness in the radius of these. So that is quite useful. And will definitely help also with, for example, parkouring using the wind charges. That should become a little bit easier with this, hopefully. Then they've also changed some things to the vault. So there's been additional changes to the vault texture to even distinguish it further from the trial spawners. So let's grab a vault and a trial spawner. And these should now be completely different. So they already changed the top texture last time. But you can see that now they've made them even more distinct from each other. With this orange thing at the bottom here, you can see they're now completely different blocks, definitely. So that is very nice. Let's also see the new opening texture again. So let's grab the trial key and let's use it on the vault. So that is what it looks like when it opens up. And then it goes back to there. Alright, so that's the Bogged, the wind charge, and the vault. Now let's move over to wolf armor. So wolf armor will protect the wolf from most damage sources until the armor loses all its durability and breaks. So of course wolf armor is obtained by getting the armadillo scutes from the armadillo, which they drop over time. And then you can craft them into wolf armor. Now of course the wolf armor is for wolves, but I feel like, okay, there's a wolf up here. So let's grab some bones and let's tame a wolf and give him some wolf armor for this segment. That makes sense. Wolf. Please. There we go. Tamed. And there's the wolf armor. Yeah, so the wolf armor shows signs of increased breakage as the durability goes down. Alright. Hello, wolf. Yeah, so just like armor for players, the armor for wolves can also take a durability damage. And you can see that it breaks sometimes. You can see those particles come off the wolf armor. Let's make sure we don't actually kill the wolf. You can tell by the tail how higher the tail is, how more health he actually has. There we go. And now it's broken even further. And so we can actually repair the armor. So this is what the armor now looks like. It's almost completely broken. Also, this wolf definitely does not love me anymore. So we can give him some bones. Here you go. No, don't want any bones. All right. Yeah, so we can sit him down. You can see that the wolf armor is completely damaged like this. But we can use armadillo scutes to repair the wolf armor now. So we can give him an armadillo scute. And now the wolf armor is completely repaired. And of course, we should probably give him some meat as well. Some raw beef. There we go. There you go. Now he's fully healed as well. So, wolf armor can now be dyed in a similar fashion to leather armor. So that is actually a well-requested feature. So let's grab a crafting table and let's grab some dye. So for example, we can grab maybe some blue dye and some red dye and maybe also some yellow dye. There we go. So if we use a crafting table, we can now use wolf armor and a dye to dye the wolf armor. So this is an amazing feature. I love this. That is so nice. And of course, you can combine these as well to get different colors. Like this, if you want. That is also possible. Let's go for blue. And a red one and a yellow one. There we go. So 3 different colors of wolf armor. And let's see if we can equip them to this wolf right here. Can we unequip the... I think it's with shears, right? Do I remember this correctly? Yes. Nice. So we can give him the yellow wolf armor. This is what yellow wolf armor looks like on a wolf. And I guess we can just get a new wolf to use the other ones. So there's the blue one. And let's grab another wolf. Please. Yes. And let's give him the red wolf armor. I especially like the matching color there. Of course, we can do that with the other 2 as well by grabbing some more of that dye. And dyeing the color, because that's of course done by right-clicking the wolf. So we can do it, make it yellow to make it yellow and blue, or make it full blue like this. That's also possible. So you can customize, mix and customize both the color and the wolf armor, different types of colors. Of course, for the color, you can only use a single dye. Whereas for the wolf armor, you can use a mixture of different dyes. So that's not possible with the color, but is possible with the wolf armor. So that's very nice. So yeah, that's the big changes to the wolf armor. You can now repair it using armadillo scutes. And you can also dye it with different colors of dye, which is amazing. Really like that feature. Alright, then there's another big change to Minecraft, which I think you will immediately notice as you boot up this snapshot, or as you just play in 1.21, because it's been a new change to the UI of Minecraft. So the UI has been updated to sport a fresher look and to be more consistent when it comes to the layout of different UI elements, all while retaining the essence and feel of the old screens. And they're eager to hear your feedback, of course. So, what has changed? Well, quite a lot of things. So first of all, if you go into the main menu, you will notice that your entire world around it will blur. So everything is now blurred around here, and this means you can just look at your menu a bit easier. Now, if you go into the options, you don't get that weird dirt background anymore. The dirt background has been removed, and you will now just be able to see your world back here while you go in. And for example, if you go into full settings, there's even this darker section here, which shows off better where the different options are. So that is how all of this works. And the screen elements, such as titles and buttons, are positioned more consistently across different screens. So they've just worked a whole lot on making all of this consistent and look nice. And I personally actually think it looks amazing. And so a similar thing also happens when you create a new world. So let's go back out to the main menu. Also, that is definitely different. So of course, this is the main menu background with those cherry trees. Also subscribe, please. And if you now go into, for example, single player, you will still see that background. So that's similar to how it works in, for example, a Bedrock Edition. And so this is how this now works with your worlds. And if you create a new world, you will still see that background back there and no longer the dirt background we saw before. And a similar thing happens also if you, of course, join a world, but let's check multiplayer as well. So multiplayer also looks quite similar there. And a similar thing would happen for realms as well. And options. So yeah, this is personally what I think is a nice change. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. And so yeah, for example, if we go into a world, you will also no longer see a dirt background, and it's still the main menu spinning background that you see as the main menu Cherry Grove. So what they say in the patch notes is the menu background dirt texture has been replaced by a darkened background. The dirt texture is removed to the built-in programmer art resource pack. So if you do want to go back to that dirt resource pack or dirt background texture, you can go down here into the programmer art one and select that one. And if you use the programmer art, you will still have this old dirt background, which now already looks very, very old to me. But let's remove that. Yeah, and so outside the game, the menu panorama is displayed, as we saw before. In the game, the world will be visible across all screens. And so the strength of the blur can actually be configured in the accessibility settings. So we should be able to see the blur in here somewhere. Text, here we go, background blurriness. So we can change that to completely blurry or not blurry at all. You can tell a lot by this dead bush in the bottom right. You can see that this is not blurry at all, no blurriness at all. And this is complete blurriness, so that's super blurred around here, which I think looks quite nice. And so in-game screens such as containers and books are not affected by this change. So if you go into, for example, a crafting table, then the world is not blurred around it. Then lists have now have clearer borders at the top and bottom. Yeah, so that's what we saw before around here, for example, clear borders there. And then there's also a change after defeating the Ender Dragon and entering the end portal. The end poem and credits are now displayed with a background based on the animated portal effect. So let's take a look at that. So let's go into the end. But before we do that, let's set our spawn point actually here. Set world spawn and spawn point. And then go into the end. So we'll do that by just set it block at our position end portal. There we go. So of course, normally if you defeat the Ender Dragon, which I think we can do by just doing this, type is Ender Dragon, then you of course go into the end portal and you'll get the end poem, which was also on that dirt background. But now if you go into the end portal, this is what you will see. Just what you see in the end portal is now also the final image here. And so you can see that this is now the end poem credits, and this is what it now looks like. So completely different. That is also nice. So let's go out of that. So those are the main changes to the UI. Personally, I think they are quite nice, but let me know in the comments down below what you think of these new UI changes. Then there's also a lot of technical changes. So data pack version is 33, resource pack version is 28. The play sound command can now be used without specifying the player and without specifying the mixer. And they just assume add S and master. In single player, when errors occur during loading or saving of chunks, a warning will be shown in a toast. And so a toast is just a message that pops up on the top right of your screen. So if you have any errors loading or saving chunks, you will see that in the top right of your screen. And trying to join a single player world with less than 64 megabytes free disk space will also show you a warning. So that is nice. And then there's a whole lot of updates to item stack components, which personally I'm not too familiar with. So if you are interested in this, then please take a look at your patch notes down below for yourself. They'll be linked in the description. But yeah, there's a whole lot of different changes and things there to tags and MET data. So you might want to look at that if that is interesting to you. It's such a long time, yeah. So then also commands such as /gif, /item, and /loot, and /clear have been given updated item syntax. So I don't know if we can see that. Not necessarily here, I don't think. No. Components can now be specified after the item name in square brackets. So yeah, for example, you can give yourself a diamond pickaxe or a diamond axe and then a square bracket, and now you can add attributes to this. So this is actually quite useful. You can already set it to, for example, can break a specific item or give it a certain damage value. That's also possible. So let's say I want to give it a damage value of 100. And it can break, I don't know, dirt. And, no, it can't break dirt. Probably need some quotation marks here. No. Minecraft, dirt. Okay, apparently we can just do one of them. or there's a different way to do lists. But anyway, there we go. We can get a diamond pickaxe with or diamond axe with damage value of 100. As you can see there, durability is 1461 out of 1561. So that is an amazing change to commands there as well. Really useful and I think quite nice. Let's see, there's so many more changes here to the commands. The pre-existing MBT syntax is rewired to set or match the custom data component. Okay. And even more stuff with other format changes you can look at yourself as well. All right. And then of course there's also quite a few bugs fixed in this snapshot as well. The oldest one is that tipped arrows stuck in the ground never lose their effect, so that has now been fixed. And also the fog from lava is much denser when having fire resistance effect compared to better conditions, so there's some parity changes here as well. That is all very nice. And that is pretty much the entire snapshot. Mainly changes to the wolf armor, you can now dye them. There's massive changes to the UI and also to commands, such as for example /give and /item. So if you enjoyed the video, then please subscribe!